Hello, hello friends. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and it's time for some creative ink. It's time to get crafty, it's time to get inspired, and it's time to share these awesome creations that we make with others. So come on in, say hello, and if you're new to my channel, I totally welcome you, and I'm so glad you're here. Today is a technique day. On Fridays, I either share some type of technique or try to, or some type of fun fold. So today we're doing a technique. We're kind of enhancing what we did on Wednesdays live. So come on in, say hello, and let me know you're here. And we're going to get started because this technique is so fun. I could not stop making cards with this. So lots of samples to share with you. Okay, let's switch. There we go. Here's our desktop. So we're kind of focusing on the retiring 22 to 24 ink colors that's going to retire as of April 30th, unless supplies run out before then. So I'm going to be sad to miss a few of these. I love Starry Sky. It's just such a pretty dark blue, and they're all just great in their own way. So we're going to, on Wednesday, we use this Layered Florals embossing paper. And what did I do with cards? Yes, let me grab those. Hang on. I forgot to grab those. So here we did these cards the other day on Wednesday with the Layered Florals. We did them in all 5 colors, and we used the, I think it's the Thoughtful Expressions die cut and embossing folder as well. And I colored over the words with blends, and I like that so much better. But these, using the ink colors just as a monochromatic card, is just so beautiful. So we're gonna do the same today, okay? Let's see, let me move that out of the way. And we're gonna make a couple of cards because in themselves, they are just really, really cool. Hi, Betty. Welcome. Okay, so on Wednesday's card, we used the debossed side, and we're going to continue with that today. Today is a messy ink kind of day, so we're going to just have fun with it. Okay, I wanted to just grab my sample here to see what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to start off with Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, and the Orchid Oasis, and Parakeet Party. And I'm going to put we're going to save the Starry Sky for last, okay? So we're going to start with Parakeet Party, okay? And we're going to blend some color onto this. And I'm going to put some right smack dab here in the middle, okay? So let's blend. I feel like there's something on my blending brush. So I'm going to put some, I really want to enhance this color, okay? And it'll pick up the highlights. And I didn't re-ink my pads because I didn't really want them too juicy. Okay, so we got some color. We're going to kind of create a, I don't know, rainbow type effect. And then we're going to take some Sweet Sorbet here, and I'm going to blend this in here on this bottom right below it. I like to try to start with my lighter colors first because you see I'm kind of overlapping, and I really wouldn't want to get the green onto the red and pick up the red on my blending brush. I mean, I could wash it afterwards and it wouldn't be a big deal. But if you're making multiple cards, you really want to really be mindful of that. Okay, let's just do that. Then let's add some Tahitian Tide here, okay? And let's add this on next. And so, how are you, Betty? So did you love Wednesday's card? I hope you've given it a try because the techniques are so fun to do. And it gives it a totally different look. Okay, and then finally we're going to end up with some Orchid Oasis. So let's do that. It's just a nice purpley color, almost kind of lavendery, like a bluish hint of purple and blue kind of deal here. Let's deepen this up just a little bit more. And I like to do swirling motions to help blend that ink on. Okay. I want to just deepen it up here a little bit more and kind of buff it a little bit. All right, I mean, that in itself is kind of cool, but we're gonna like really turn this into a wow. Happy Friday, Carol. Thanks for joining in, okay? All right, so this technique is, I'm calling it Black Magic, okay? So we're gonna add some magic to it. And let me tell you, your hands are gonna get messy. So you could wear gloves or something else to help protect them a little bit. You know what? Let's see. We're gonna just take we're gonna take our starry sky. So this is where the starry sky is gonna kind of come into play. And we are gonna do it just like we did on Wednesday. We're gonna do this direct to paper technique and look at the magic happen. Can you guys see that? The starry sky is really gonna blend in the ink. Let me just kind of do this one side a little bit better. Look at that. Isn't that really, really cool? So the magic, we're going to keep going. And you can do as much ink as you want or as little. So let's just keep going here. Okay. I like these two colors together and the Parakeet Party. I mean, it's just a really cool, and I'm just really sticking with the ink colors, but you could really do any color that you wanted to, okay? So let's just keep going here. I want to really, and I'm not really pressing hard. I'm just really kind of dragging my ink pad across here, okay? And I got a line there. Let's see if we can get rid of that. And let's just keep accentuating this. See, it's really popping out, don't you think? Look at that awesomeness. Okay, and as I said, it's going to get messy. I think that's pretty good, so we're going to do that. So I don't think you want an overly juicy pad. I know, Donna, isn't this wow? I really couldn't stop making it, but we're not done yet, okay? I have more to do with this card, and it is absolutely amazing what we're going to do next. We're going to set this aside because we're going to do this other card all together with the other one, okay? So let me, what do I need to do? I think we're going to just close these up because we're done with these ink pads. So this is another direct-to-paper technique. It's called Black Magic, I believe. And it just really, you'll see really the black comes in on the next card that we're going to do. So the embossing folder is the same one we used on Wednesday, Layered Florals. And it's in the mini catalog, I believe. Let me just double check here where it is, Colleen. Yes, it's in our mini catalog, the January through April mini catalog of 2024, and you're going to find it on page 75 right here. And that's that word set, the Thoughtful Moments hybrid set that we use too. It's the folder and dies that we used on Wednesday as well. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Okay. So remember, these are the retiring in colors. If you are loving these and you want them, you really need to get them as soon as possible. Okay. And demonstrators have seen the new in colors and they're fabulous. I'm not sure if I can, I'll be sharing more about that really, really soon. Okay. Because I have them coming on the way to my house soon. So stay tuned for news about that, and then you'll see them live, okay? But isn't that cool? Okay, we're going to set that aside, and then let's work on card number 2. So card number 2, and let me just grab a new clean impact. So if you're loving these techniques, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, okay? Because that's where you're going to see some of these things with PDFs or as a Creative Ink Library PDF as well, okay? And it'll also have a direct link to this video again. Okay, so now we're going to keep using that debossed side, the part that's where the flower is all impressed down in, because this is the raised edge. We want it on the debossed side, okay? Now this, we are going to take, our blends. So this time we're going to take blends. Actually, we're going to stop. We're going to back that up. Maybe we're going to do the blends next. I want to show you with the ink again. So let me grab our ink again, okay? And let's see this, and let's do this. We're going to do these 3 colors. We'll do some Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, and the Parakeet Party, okay? So we're going to take the Parakeet Party, and there's leaves on these flowers. So I'm going to just, and you don't have to be really precise about this technique, okay? And I'm just going to try to do my best adding some color on here, okay? Where those leaves would be. Let's see. Let's do here. There's a leaf there. There's some leaves up here. And I wish I should have gotten a smaller blend, which I did not. So the little mini ones work better in the smaller areas, but this is working okay. Okay, so let's do here. There's a leaf here. There's one over here. Let's see. Oops, we're missing. You can always go back to. I like to try to do the smaller areas first. So there we go. Whoops. Yeah, so there's all kinds of fun things because it's Stampin' Up's on stage event right now, and there's lots of fun sneak peeks where, you know, demonstrators are sharing with each other. So really a cool, fun time. And so I'm looking forward to seeing more of that stuff. The catalog, they say, is awesome. So I can't wait to get our catalogs. New catalogs will be coming out soon, sometime in April. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I almost put that in the Parakeet Party. So we're going to take the Tahitian Tide, and we're going to do this on the smaller flowers, okay? So let's add some color on these smallers. I know, it looks like a big blob, doesn't it? But wait till you see the final product, the end result. It's going to blow you away. So if you're a messy crafter and this just kind of like is so easy to do. You really don't have to think about it. Okay, so let's add some more. Let's see. Let's get all these little flowers highlighted. Whoops, there's one over here. You could use a sponge dauber too. That will work great. Okay. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now we're going to do the Sweet Sorbet. All right, let's grab some color. Put some color here, and here, and here. Okay. It's starting to come together now that the larger flowers are starting to get pronounced, I think. So what do you guys think? Isn't this really neat? Okay, hi Sharon. Let's see, I think that was it. So welcome. So remember, if you're new to my channel and you're tuning in, just say hello and let us know you're from. Again, I'm Nancy Thompson, Create with Nancy, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skinny Atlas, New York, and I just love sharing creative ideas with you. Okay, I missed a flower here, so let's pop that. See if there's any others we want to go back. Okay, look at that. It looks like a big mess, doesn't it? A hot mess. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, let me just close these up. I think we're done with these, but we shall see. Okay, we're gonna take our Memento ink pad, okay? And wait till you see what happens with this, all right? Now this is what really is the true black magic. So, anyways, hi Colleen. Okay, there we go. So look at this. We're gonna just start, and I just do kind of like a swirling motion. And I am we're gonna just kind of completely cover this up. All right, so you don't want too juicy of an ink pad, all right? So you might wanna, so this is on the flat part of the edge, and it's really making all those flowers pop, okay? and you're gonna get messier, okay? So we're gonna just keep swirling and covering this up until you feel like, so it's you know, you could use a brayer, but I just like running my ink pad over it. It just I don't know, it does a good job. You can feel the smoothness of it. All right, what do you think? Do you love that? Look at that right there. I think it's awesome. So, but we're not done with that. We're going to set that aside for a minute. Okay, look at the two differences. You see? There's just no, it can be whatever color combination you love. All right, let's cover this up. We're going to do one more, okay? We are going to do, I'm only going to do kind of a partial. So this time we're going to pull in our blends. Isn't that, I know, it's totally amazing, Donna. So we're going to pull in our blends this time. I was just so excited to try this. I've seen this technique and have never done it. So today's the day for us to play with this technique. Okay, so we're going to just use our blends, and I'm using the In Colors. And I am just coloring inside that debossed area, okay? And let's see, I think that's a leaf. And here's a leaf here. We're just gonna do just a little portion of this because I've got one already done. So you guys don't have to sit through this, okay? So just take your blends and just do some coloring. And it's okay. If you go outside the lines, it's gonna have forgiveness, okay? It doesn't have to be perfectly, it doesn't have to be perfect, all right? So as you can see, and blends bleed, so I'm kind of running the blend. You're gonna see like an indentation of the deboss. So I just kind of run the blend on the inside of that lip a little bit. All right, so, and I'm using the bullet tip end as well. And if you go around the outside, then you can just kind of quickly color the rest. I'm not doing any highlighting or anything like that. Okay. Just make sure you kind of get rid of all the white area. All right, what did I do here? Let's do the Orchid Oasis flowers. This is a really purpley flower. Smaller ones are a little harder, and I'm going to use a different color on the inside. There's like, you know, the center of the flower. We're just going to go with this. You can just be creative, okay? So, see, look at that. All right, so just take your time, color the whole debossed part. So the Magic of Television, here is this one, okay? So that's what I did. It doesn't look perfect, does it? I mean, there's lots of bleed marks and everything like that, but I do have everything colored in, okay? So we're gonna make our black magic again, all right? So let's take our Memento ink pad again. And dark colors look good, as you saw with the starry sky. That looks great too. Okay. So we're going to just rub it all over this. And just cover this up because we're going to do some more magic, okay? We're going to do some embossing next, all right? Which is really, really cool. It's really going to take this to a double wow. As you can see, I'm excited about this. All right. So I can't wait to do this with my team one of these months, so in club. So I think they'll love it. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that just really cool? Let's look at these three right here. Each one is totally different. Just all depends on the color. But when you put them together, it's like magic. Okay, I threw a wipe down here. I'm like, let me just wipe up this. I've got ink all over the place. And let me grab another ink pad here, or another grid sheet. grab another grid sheet, and then we're going to do some embossing, okay? So we're going to take this to the next level is what I said, right? So let's move these out of the way. Okay, now we got a clean desk again. So we are going to take our Versamark ink pad, okay? This is a water type mark pad. So if you were to just stamp this on, take your image and stamp it on, you know, a dark cardstock and emboss it with clear, then it would just pop out and highlight that color, make it strong. It just give it that tone on tone look. So can you use Stampin' Up! Ink? Oh yeah, Colleen, we did one of the cards. This card here, I used the Starry Sky ink pad, just the way I did with Memento, okay? And this is SU ink too, okay? Okay, so we're gonna take our Versamark pad, all right? And let me move these out of the way here. My desk is a mess, as always. Well, crowded. Not really a mess, it's crowded. I have a crowded desk. Okay, we're going to just take and we're going to start dabbing our ink pad, our Versamark pad all the way across, okay? We want to cover this whole thing with Versamark. And also choose a corner where you can touch it with your finger and not worry about it, because we need to cut this down to size. I forgot to tell you that. This is just a 4 1/4 by 5-inch piece of white cardstock, okay? Black, yes. Yes, you could use our core colors to do this, but the black sometimes just looks really, really good. You know, the darker colors, it just depends on what look you're looking for. And then we're just going to completely cover this with clear embossing folder. You really want to try to be careful and not touch, you know, the powder, okay? Because when you touch it and remove it, then it's not going to emboss. So we are going to, we've got 3 here to do, okay? So I'm going to set that aside. We're going to do the Versamark on this one. As long as you don't disturb that, it's totally fine. You could leave that there forever, as long as you don't disturb it, okay? So let's do this one as well. Okay, and I'm going over it, so my placemat's getting all Versamark too, so keep that in mind as well. Use a piece of, you know, dirty scrap paper or something. So so when you go to put your card together, it's not going to be all Versamark, okay? Let's pull our powder back in, and this is one of our old style powder pail trays, embossing trays. So I still use it, but we have a current color, or a current one that comes with the tweezers, the embossing buddy, and the tray, and a brush. So if you don't have one of these are fabulous to have, to use for embossing. And I have one for every color, because sometimes I'm too lazy to clean it, and plus I don't like to you really, when you're changing from colors, like especially gold, you really want to wash your tray so it's not getting into like your clear, okay? Okay, last one, let's do this. So let's move this. And then wait till you see the magic. I don't emboss that often, but this is just going to really showcase it for you. Okay. I'm just looking to make sure I've got enough Versamark, because we want to make sure that powder sticks to this. Okay. And this is what's good for the tray too. It's just, it helps scoop, so you can do that. Some people use coffee filters, but I don't know. I love the trays. Sturdy. All right. I think we're, oh, see, my fingers touched over here, but I think that'll be the side I end up cutting off anyways. Okay, we can set this aside. And it does use a lot of powder, because this did use quite a bit of powder when you're covering this much stuff. Okay. All right, so it's gonna get lousy for a minute, okay? But it will go fairly quickly, I think. I think we could kind of do this a little bit. But wait, as soon as this heats up, you're gonna see how it's just going to, how that powder is gonna melt. Can you see it going? Oh, this is gonna be such a beautiful, shiny card front. It's going to be glossy, and it's just really going to make that ink pop like tremendously. All right, so let's you just kind of work your way, you know, across it. And if you really wanted to, while your powder was still heat, if there was an area that really didn't get powder on it or it got brushed off, you could dip it back into the embossing powder, pour a little bit more over, and just heat it up. But your paper's gotta be, you know, warm for that powder to stick to. We used to have glassy glaze, and that really gave a really thick finish. Oh my God, look at that, it's smoking. Look at the shine on that. Oh, isn't that just fabulous? And oh, I touched that a little bit. It's hot. You want to make sure it takes a minute for it to cool, okay? So be careful so you don't get a fingerprint into it. All right, so let's watch this magic happen. What do you guys think? Are you loving this? Okay, let's do this one. You need a hot heat gun, and it goes really, really quickly. All right. Let's do this. Stunning. I know, Colleen, isn't it? It's so fun to see this. Here we go. And I'll have to have my samples out at classes so you guys can see it too, for those who are attending the class. There we go. So which way is your favorite? You know, blending, creating a rainbow effect, or using the blends, or using, coloring them individually too, specifically. Let's do this. You want to make sure all that powder is melted. Oh my goodness. You guys, they're really stunning. Okay, I've got powder all over my desk. Hang on. I need to just wipe it. It's the only downside to embossing powder. Drives me crazy to have powder. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna grab a clean sheet again. We're going through lots of grid paper here, but we don't want to mess up our cards. Okay, so let's look at these. Look at them. Can you just see that? It's just even more vibrant, don't you think? Ah! Okay, let's finish this card. Let's get back on track here, Nancy. We're going to cut each of these down to 3 3/4, okay, by 5 inches. Let's see. I'm going to just go a hair under because remember I have that issue with, I cut the mats on a different trimmer, and actually I'm going to save these. I don't know if I can use these at all. For maybe we could put them on the inside of the card. By 5 inches. Okay, let's flip it around. Kind of look at to see which end you want to use. Okay, maybe this could go on the inside. We're going to set that aside. All right, there's one. So look to see which side you want to trim off. Okay, there's one. And let's get rid of this end. There we go. There's 2, and it's hard to know. Let's see here. All right. And then here's 3. Okay. I think we're all set here. Let's see. That one came off from there. That one came off from there. Okay, let's do these cards up. Okay, we're going to simply mat these onto some basic black cardstock. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I feel like one's sticking here. 1, 2, and then we need 3 for the inside, and 3 white pieces, basic white. Okay. Now I got to figure out, because I only cut 1. Okay, let's mount these first. We'll go ahead and mount these, and then we'll figure out what layers to do it. Hallmark will never make cards this gorgeous. I totally agree, Kathy. They can't make cards this gorgeous. So, let's see. So, I'm trying to think, one of the names, I think one of the names is Petunia Pop of the new In Colors. Shy Shamrock, and we have a new color we have a color that's returning. I'm not sure if it's the same shade. So Pretty in Pink, so that's 3, and then Peach Pie, so that's 4, and what's the other one? I can't recall what the other one is. It might come to me. Okay. We shall see. Okay, look at this. Oh, I wish you guys could see these in person. You know, it's like when you want to smell something, it's a cooking show, and they say, you know, can you smell that aroma? Let's just go like this and set that aside. Now let's do this one. Anybody got a favorite so far that they're liking? I gotta look at this. I guess that's embossed all the way, because I cannot choose one. I think they're all fabulous. So make sure you're using a strong adhesive, because we've got those raised edges that we're adhering. So there's not as much flat surface to adhere to, okay? Summer Splash, is that what it was? Maybe it could be, Carol. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. So, and if you are loving this stuff, here is my latest host code, and you can go shop at createwithnancy.com and hit that shop now button, and that's where you can order all these fabulous products. All right, so we've got our 3 cards here, fronts. Now we got to choose what color to add them to, okay? I'm thinking definitely possibly that. All right, let's see. Then we have like these left. That one looks kind of cool. I'm thinking this. What do you guys think? Are these good color choices? Do you like those? I think those are good. Pretty darn good. Right there. I like how the green pops. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bright, happy kind of girl. All right, let's just go with this, okay? So let's add this. We're gonna burnish our card in half here. Okay, this is the Parakeet Party. This is the Tahitian Tide. So are you all agreeing with my card choices? My color choices here. And then Sweet Sorbet here. All right. My black shirt's showing all the flint here. Okay, I think that's good. Now we need some dimensionals, which are right here. All right, so let's do these quick. I think we can do these fairly quickly. Let's do this. Pop these right on. And look how fast we made these cards, really from start to finish, other than, you know, cutting the cardstock and doing the embossing. But you know, adding that color and embossing it, really not bad. But we're not totally done yet. We're getting there. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about this technique? And who's gonna try this? I think there's lots of embossing folders that this could work for. Okay, good. I did a good job with the color selection. Okay. I don't know. We are supposed to get, I don't know, cooler weather this next few weeks, so hoping like it doesn't hit our way. Okay, isn't that beautiful? All right, I've got some. So let's look at the inside of these cards. I think, let me grab these. Was that one? Oh, here we go. That one's that and that. I think these would look okay on the bottom here, right? To dress up the inside. So let's do that. I didn't do anything on my samples, but I think this will work. We're going to just put it flat. No waste with this. Okay, let's add it to a black mat here. There we go. And then this is going to go on the inside. There we go. Okay. You love them. Thank you. Will I have this in my newsletter? I think so. I think I can do a technique PDF for this. Colleen, it might not be this week. It might be next week because I've got one all set and ready. I was playing around too much to finish my newsletter. So that will be my job before the end of the weekend, if not sooner, if not even today. All right. Because I know Saturday will be a wash. Saturday, I'm going quilting. My quilt guild is having a sew day because it's National Quilting Day. I think it's National Quilting Day is what they're calling it. So, so we are having a jelly roll race as a guild. And so we're making quilt tops for charity. So I've got some jelly rolls. We'll see how many I get done, okay? We'll see. Supposedly it doesn't take long to sew together a jelly roll for a quilt top. Yes, it's actually, I haven't been outside, Betty, today other than to walk the dog this morning. And it definitely is cooler here as well. Okay, I think that strip just really helps complete the card. All right, let's do this. We've got that, and let's do this. Okay, and then our inside. Then we're going to finish off the front with a greeting. You could actually leave it just like this as well. I don't think cards all have to have greetings on the outside. It could just be like that. And this whole card just left like this, and you can, you know, add something to it when you need something. Stamp a quick message on the inside, or just write it as a note as well, too. I think you could get away just showcasing this beautiful embossing just the way it is. Whoops, that scooted on me. Hang on, let's fix that. All right, so there's our insides, okay? I gotta think. I know, here's my tags. So I've already pre-tied some bows. I pulled in the retiring metallic ribbon. Do they call it shimmer? Metallic woven ribbon is what it is, and it comes in all the in colors. All right. So I've got lots of this I need to use up. So let's see. Actually, I don't mind the sweet sorbet. I really have stayed away from using the sweet sorbet, but I think it kind of goes in on there okay. Trying to oh, you know what? I think I like it on that one right there. That kind of pulls in the color a little bit. And I think we're going to do a contrast. Let's see which colors we should use here. I think I like that one. And I think that looks good with the Parakeet Party. All right, does that look good, guys? But we will do this. This is the layering leaves stamp set. I love the greetings in there. And of course, our tailor-made tags as well is what the dies are from. So I just pulled them from my stash. And let's do this. And I didn't fix the envelope. So you know what we might do is, let's see. I want to, let's go like this. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go back down here. Trying to leave because I'm looking to see where I want to put some rhinestones on here. So I'm kind of looking at where I want my tag to be so my rhinestones show. Okay, and we're going to do something special for the envelope. I love these. I hope you guys do too. Okay, let's add some gems here. Okay, some basic rhinestones, and I'm going to just put them in the center of these flowers. I think that just really helps make them pop. Come on. There we go. Embossing is so slick, it doesn't want to always stick. There we go. Okay. What is a jelly roll? A jelly roll is fabric that coordinates together. Generally, there's like 40 to 2.5 inch strips of fabric, and it's like a line of fabric, and they all coordinate together. Okay, and they come in a roll, and then we're just going to sew those 2.5 inch strips all together from end to end, and then you start sewing it. I'm going to try to take some videos and pictures on Saturday, which is tomorrow. I got to keep remembering this because I got to get my stuff packed tonight, so I'm ready to go because they start early tomorrow morning. Yeah. All right. So that pop, I could just, like, if you really wanted to make this really blingy, you could put lots of gems all over those little flowers, I think. Okay, did I get them all? Yeah, they all came on. Okay, what were we gonna do? Let's I want to show you how to emboss an envelope flap. Okay, actually we're gonna emboss. I highly recommend not doing one at a time. I gotta grab my machine here. Okay, let's set these aside for a second. Stay tuned because I've got more samples to share with you. So we're going to, so of course we're using platform 1, okay, and platform number 4. So what you do is you open up your envelope flap. Let me just kind of move this here, all right, and I think it'd be okay to do all 3 at once. I'm trying to remember, I don't know if I've done 3 at once. Because envelope flaps are a lot thinner than cardboard, if you did one at a time, sometimes it will crack, okay? And this will alleviate all that cracking. So I'm just lining the flap up with, of course, just like you would cardstock, with the edge of the envelope, with the flap, the crease there, the fold on the envelope, okay? And you just are gonna send her on through. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's too thick. Oh no, it goes through really, really easily. So I'm sure 3 are gonna be perfectly fine. So let's see this magic, okay? Here we go. Look at this. Look at the embossing on that, okay? And it's a great way for you to see, I got off a little bit there. So that's what you want to try to avoid, is just make sure that fold is inside. But you can take your bone folder also and just try to flatten it out a little bit, all right? If it really bugs you. Just flatten it out a little bit. And that will help get the fold away. Only on that bottom one, really. Okay, what do you think? Isn't that just fabulous? It looks great with that embossed folder as well. So which one's your favorite? Do you like the Parakeet Party? Do you like the Sweet Sorbet? Or do you like the Tahitian Tide? Let me know in the comments what you love. Okay, so some of these are not quite done, so I want to share with you. These are some of the ones I embossed as well. Okay, I didn't put a greeting on this. Okay, this one I just totally did one color. I dragged the Tahitian Tide across and used the Starry Sky as my overlay color. Okay, here I did the blending again, and here that one's embossed. So neither one just kind of comes, I think we use Tahitian Tide. This one uses this Orchid Oasis on the little flowers, and then the Sweet Sorbet. Okay, look at this one. This one I embossed with gold embossing powder. Isn't that totally different, right? This one's totally Tahitian Tide with the Memento ink pad over top. And then this one, I used some Daffodil Delight on this one with some Tahitian Tide flowers. So totally cool. And these are all have the clear embossing on them. Now let me show you. Hard to choose just one. I know. They are all fabulous. Okay, let's compare what these look like. So this one here does not have embossing. This one does. So you can kind of see the difference. You can totally see the difference in real life. All right. You can see. So this one looks more like a matte finish, and definitely this is high gloss. But this, I think the embossing really makes the colors pop a lot more. Okay, let's look at another one. I don't know if I have another one we're kind of comparing to. Oh yeah, this one will work. Okay, so, well, this one I used Tahitian Tide flowers, but you can kind of see how much less muted. Either one I think still looks fabulous. All right, and then, oh, this one's cool. This one's definitely with the Starry Sky ink pad dragged over top as the final coat. I colored it with my blends with Daffodil Delight, the Parakeet Party, and the Sweet Sorbet flowers on that one. And then, oh yeah, here's another one to compare to. Look at the difference of these two. Don't you think? This one really pops. This one's a little bit more matte finish, but really fun, I think. And then this one's really, I think it's cool as well. But can you imagine these with like some type of leaf embossing folder or something like that? I think the possibilities are endless. I can't wait to see what kind of folders we have in our next catalog, embossing folders. So, all right. So did you guys enjoy this technique? Are you excited to give it a try? And get out there and get into your stuff and get a little creative. I hope I've left you inspired today, and make sure you head on out to my website at createwithnancy.com for anything to order, and then subscribe to my newsletter as well. We talked about, I don't know if I can reach one. I don't know if I have anything here. So if you're especially new to my channel, I don't have a inspiration sheet handy right here. Maybe I do right here. Hang on. Let me grab this. I've got a folder here. So if you're new to my channel, these are kind of like the inspiration sheets that come in my newsletter. So if we've done a technique or something, it will have a sample. If it's a fun fold, do I have a fun fold here? Or, you know, or if it's a card sketch as well, it shows the sketch. And then it shows the samples. So to help keep you, have something to go to, your go-to to be creative. So you need to get clear embossing. Embossing powders, there might be an issue with embossing powders. I can't remember what the message was. They could be on hold for a while because they're having a production issue. There's a problem with, and I'm not sure if it's all of them or just some of them. It could be all of them. They're having a supply issue getting the embossing powder. So it might not be for a few months or fall before they come back in, unfortunately. So hopefully you have some clear embossing powder in your stash. So, okay. So Kathy loves the sweet bar sorbet. Good. I'm glad. All right, everybody, come back next Wednesday for some more creative ink. I'm not sure what we're doing, but we will have something good. It might even be something from the next annual catalog that I'll be able to share. And I may, because I'm getting my pre-order soon, I may even pop on and go live and give you an unboxing of what I ordered for this month, for this next annual catalog that was part of our product purchase premiere. So thanks so much, everyone.